Hi everyone! Alright, so in this video, I'll show you guys how to determine if a system is invertible. And so, let's define what invertibility is. A system is invertible, vertible, vertible. Is that how you spell it? No, that's an L. That's supposed to be an L. Okay. If there's distinct inputs that results in distinct outputs. So in other words, if I have a system that's inputs are x of t, and I put it through a system I'll label f, right? And its outputs are y of t. If, say, x of t1, that was kind of ugly. Okay. X of t1 maps to, or results in, after being put through the system, y of t1. And that happens for t to n, for all t's that it maps to its own special output, then it's invertible. So if it's invertible, how do we find the inverse of the system? So let's write that. Inverse of a system. So the inverse of a system denoted by t is a second system we'll call denoted. We'll call t up I that when cascaded with system, the original system t, something's in my eye, it yields the identity. Okay. So what this means is that we have our original system t, which is y, which works like this, y of x of t. So y of t is the output of big T, our system, and this is the input. So that means if it's inversible, there exists another system, T inverse, that when you apply it to the output of T, which is y of T, like that, right? It outputs x of T. Okay? So basically, is able to switch inputs, outputs using the inverse system. And so, an example of this is used in the thermistor. So a thermistor is a temperature sensitive resistor. Temperature sensitive? Sensitive. Okay. Resistor. Which means its resistance changes depending on the temperature of its environment. So let's draw the block diagram. So let's say I have a I spelled that wrong. A thermistor, right? Thermistor. Make a cute little box. And so my input would be the temperature of its environment. Temperature. I should need more space. And the output is their resistance. Resistance. Okay. So let's say I want to figure out what this temperature is, but the thermistor only outputs the resistance. So I only know, I spelled resistance wrong. This is not right. Okay. Resistance. So if I have a thermistor, all I have is the resistance. This is the only thing I know. But what I want is the temperature of its environment. So how can I figure out what the temperature is based on the resistance? Whoops. Well, if we look at what we wrote before, if we apply the inverse of it, oh my god, the inverse of it. So take the resistance, and plug it in to the inverse of the thermistor. We can calculate on our own the temperature. Oh, I spelled temperature wrong. Temperature. And so that's how a lot of the sensors with thermistors work, by recording the resistance of the thermistor and then applying the inverse of the thermistor to the recorded resistance, and then that outputs the temperature, which is what we wanted. So that's a real life application. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.